Hey guys, so it kind of looked like we were probably gonna get some information about the Epstein files and see who was involved with Epstein, what was going on, and how exactly everybody's been avoiding the consequences of their actions. Just the other day, the new Attorney General Pam Bondi went on to Fox News and said that she had the Epstein list on her desk and that she was gonna release the Epstein files on Thursday. Well, Thursday has come and gone and we still don't know anything new because it turns out that the files that Pam Bondi was talking about releasing are the same ones we already have. So what exactly happened and why was it so disappointing? Well, it turns out that the Attorney General thinks that the FBI is trying to hide what actually happened, but we'll get to that in a minute. First, let's talk about why this went so wrong. On Thursday, there were posts made by a number of big X news accounts, mostly conservative leaning, showing them walking out of the White House with binders that say the Epstein Files Phase One. Now, of course, this is only Phase One, so I guess that's one excuse as to why the information was so lackluster. However, even if you take into account that the Attorney General is planning on releasing this information in multiple phases, it was kind of disappointing. I mean, most of the pages looked like this. No, sorry, that one's fake. This is one of the ones that was released in those binders. Now, you might notice something about this. You might have seen it before. That's because this document has been public for months, if not years now, and the public version that everybody has seen already has no redactions on it. So they're redacting information from already existing documents that people have already seen. Now, I kind of understand why they do that because it says up in the top corner here, it says redactions for personal contact information, and I can confirm in the publicly available versions that aren't censored that these are all email addresses. So for the most part, I think it's just they don't want people to start emailing these email accounts. But I still think it's stupid. I mean, if the stuff's already public, why redact it? Especially because how is anybody supposed to believe that the Attorney General actually wants to get information out there if she's censoring stuff that people already have access to? I swear, it's gonna be like, oh, here's the Epstein list. Let's take a look and see who's on it. Oops. Oh yeah, sorry, it's all redacted. Oops. Uh-oh. That kind of seems like what's going on. However, part of it does seem to be that there's some kind of internal resistance within the FBI trying to stop the Attorney General from releasing these documents. And we know that because the Attorney General actually sent a letter to the new FBI Director Kash Patel on Thursday after the documents were released, saying, "Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and a list of victims' names and phone numbers. I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents responsive to my request, and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. Despite my repeated requests, the FBI never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn this new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, February 28th, the FBI will deliver the full and complete Epstein files to my office, including all records, documents, audio and video recordings, and materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and his clients, regardless of how such information was obtained. There will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your own access. The Department of Justice will ensure that any public disclosure of these files will be done in a manner to protect the privacy of victims and in accordance with the law, as I have done my entire career as a prosecutor. I am also directing you to conduct an immediate investigation into why my order to the FBI was not followed. You will deliver to me a comprehensive report of your findings and proposed personnel actions within 14 days. I appreciate your immediate attention to this important matter. I know that we are both committed to transparency for the American people, and I look forward to continuing to work with you to serve our president and our country. Sincerely, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General of the United States." So let's break this down. Basically, she says, oh, I asked for all the documents and the FBI only handed over 200 pages. But then she found out that the FBI field office in New York, which was where a lot of the investigation took place because Epstein was constantly in New York City, that field office was allegedly, according to the Attorney General, hiding documents from her, despite the fact that the Attorney General is the boss of the FBI, and therefore they have no legal right to do that. That's insane. Literally a coup by random FBI agents, but that's besides the point. So she obviously had a conversation with Kash Patel Wednesday night where they talked about this, and she says that Kash Patel was surprised to learn about this. She also says that he has to do an investigation. She then goes on to say that she wants all of the documents with no redactions. There will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your access. That means she wants every document unredacted for both her and Kash Patel to view. And then the Department of Justice under her authority will go on to redact stuff about the victims. So therefore, no more crazy redactions except for the ones that she puts in in place, and I don't know how the staffing is at the Department of Justice. I don't know if it's mostly holdovers or not, but I suspect that if people in the New York FBI office don't want stuff to come out, there might be some people in the Department of Justice who feel the same way. So I'm a little worried about that. She then orders Kash Patel, because remember, she's the Attorney General of the United States. That makes her basically the boss of the FBI. It goes President, Attorney General, FBI Director. And so she can order Kash Patel to do anything, and she wants Kash Patel to figure out what happened, and then she wants to fire people. I mean, she said proposed personnel actions within 14 days. She wants people fired. That's why she's asking for personnel actions. And quite frankly, people should be fired, because you can't just lie to the Attorney General of the United States if you work for the United States government. That's not how it works. And frankly, it might be a crime to do that. I don't know. I'm not the Attorney General, but I would assume that that's a crime. So anyway, the FBI Director did respond. The FBI Director said, the FBI is entering a new era, one that will be defined by integrity, accountability, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. There will be no cover-ups, no missing documents, and no stone left unturned. And anyone from the prior or current bureau who undermines this will be swiftly pursued. If there are gaps, we will find them. If records have been hidden, we will uncover them. And we will bring everything we find to the Department of Justice to be fully assessed and transparently disseminated to the American people as it should be. The oath we take is to the Constitution, and under my leadership, that promise will be upheld without compromise. So it seems like Kash Patel, as the new FBI Director, he's pretty pissed that somebody put him in this situation already. And when he says swiftly pursued, the use of the word pursued there is probably strategic, because my assumption is he does not just mean fired. I think he means to pursue criminal charges, because like I said, you can't just work for the federal government and try to hide this kind of thing. That has to be a crime. So anyway, we'll find out what actually happened soon, and hopefully we'll get more details. I think that it was mishandled when they announced they were going to launch the whole thing on Thursday, but I do think that it's a good sign that the Attorney General and the FBI Director seem to be on the same page when it comes to the hiding of documents, and they're both pretty upset about it. You'll note that the Attorney General does ask the FBI to give her more documents, all of the documents, by 8 a.m. on the 28th. I don't think that we'll actually get anything new released on the 28th, because it's going to take them time to go through and redact stuff. Hopefully only information related to the victims, because I don't think the victims need to be out there. You know, I don't think their information needs to be put out there, but I don't want them to redact anything else. I feel like if they redact anything else, it's just going to cause more problems. So hopefully we'll know soon what happened to Epstein, what was going on, and why nobody has faced consequences for it. I mean, you think about it, who's gone to jail? Epstein and his girlfriend Maxwell. Have any of their clients gone to jail? Has there been any big investigation or big public trial about somebody who was his client? Like, we all know that these crimes happened. Epstein was convicted of it. Maxwell, I don't know if she's been convicted yet, but she was arrested for it at least. How can they be convicted of this stuff if there's nobody else being investigated, right? Somebody had to commit the crimes, the actual underlying crimes. And of course, Epstein was part of those, but it takes two to tango, especially when it comes to the details of Epstein's case. So I don't understand how nobody else has been tried yet. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll actually get any information, or do you think that this whole thing is just a distraction? Who knows? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and God bless you.